What's up, guys? This is Grahame from Data Transmission. This is the start of our brand new series where we interview the people behind the scenes. We interview DJs and look at how they got to where they are today, what they did, the process they went through, what they did at school, and their day-to-day life within their scene. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this first episode. It's back last summer in Glastonbury, where I interviewed Ceri, the head of production for Arcadia. For those who haven't seen it, Arcadia is a massive spider that sits at Glastonbury. Big lasers, big fire, loads of production. She basically bosses 50 guys, and this is her story. We're at Glastonbury. We're starting our brand new series where we meet people that work in the industry that are not the DJ, and we're here with head of production Ceri for Arcadia. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
No worries, my pleasure.
So I guess let's just start by introduce yourself and what your role is and how you kind of got into it.
Cool. So my name's Ceri and I am the production manager for Arcadia. My role, I guess, involves mostly broadly it's making sure that the right people are in the right place at the right time with the right stuff. And it's quite complicated. It's mostly, I guess, sort of logistical, quite operational, but also quite pastoral. I guess I'm sort of mum to 50 blokes that are on tour. yeah, which isn't it has its challenges like every job, but also I couldn't really imagine myself doing anything else, to be honest.
And how did you start this career path? Did you?
I blame my parents. My mum's a musician and my dad's a Morris dancer.
Oh,
so I grew up in the folk music tradition, going to loads of different festivals. So I started working at festivals where my mum was playing at them, and just sort of helped out, stewarding, working with children's workshops and things. And I guess through that I kind of really found that festivals had a real sense of community, and it was a group of people that I really connected with, and was something that I felt I really wanted to continue. And then when I was kind of trying to think about what it was that I wanted to do, events and the management of them became a focus quite quickly, actually.
And I guess what did you study to get into that position, where you are now?
Events management. At Leeds Uni, yeah. But I have to say, as much as that gave me quite a good footing, I think the thing that was the biggest thing for me was just going out and trying to get as much work experience as I can. And I pestered people until they gave me jobs, and I think they just gave me jobs to get me to shut up, really. But yeah, I don't know, I think once you sort of find, I always kind of knew it was something that I wanted to do, and I always had a massive passion for music. Music's, the thing that makes me really happy, and I was a musician for a while, but I wasn't a particularly good one. So I thought, how else can I be involved in this world? And so that's where the kind of management side of it came in. And it turns out that I'm not that bad at it, so I'm still doing it. That's
great. Let's move on to not bad at it. Let's talk about successes. What have we had today for yourself?
To date?
Yes.
Well, I guess, Arcadia is the biggest thing that I've done. I've been working with the company since before it really even existed. So I've known the guys since about 2007, when they just started first building their first sculptures and stuff. And they didn't know anyone else that did production. So they asked me for the first year at Glastonbury, they asked me to be the production manager, and I didn't really even know what that meant at the time. And I agreed to it, and quite literally, you have to forgive the pun, but it was a bit of a baptism of fire. I didn't know what I was doing, and they didn't really know what they were doing, and somehow it kind of worked.
I bet daunting as well.
Very daunting, very daunting. But I guess the biggest successes for me recently they're always the one that are collective, which is the development of Metamorphosis in 2015, and being involved in that process from the start was very humbling to be an integral part of a group of people that you respect so much, and to see something like that come together in such a magical way was probably one of the biggest professional achievements ever. And then after that, getting to the point where we were able to tour our other show, which was the first one, Landing, and doing that in 6 continents across the last 18 months has been quite a big challenge, but also quite a big achievement, I think.
Nice, yeah. The Metamorphosis show is amazing, really, truly amazing. Like,
Thank you.
Blown away. The other day we stood there watching it, it's just like mouth wide open, just not knowing what's happening next.
Yeah.
And even we were quite far out, and you could see the whole thing, and just mesmerising, really.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I mean, I still have an emotional reaction to it every single time I see it. You know, I mean, I think I love the show. I love the show, and I love the people that do the show, and you know, seeing all those amazing, talented people up there doing all those amazing things. It's quite something. And it never fails to kind of move me in some way, and that's amazing. There's not many people that kind of get to do something that they absolutely love for a living and call it a job.
Yeah, exactly. And then I guess, where do you see yourself going next? What's your future plans for growth and career and?
What, me personally or Arcadia?
Yeah, you personally.
Well, I don't think I'm going anywhere in terms of Arcadia. You know, where they go, I shall be.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, you know, there's still plenty of places that we haven't been in the world that we'd like to, and you know, there's always the prospect of a new show and the next challenge.
I guess that brings new challenges.
Well, that's the thing with this job. You never sit still. There's always the next challenge around the corner, and there's always something that someone will tell you is impossible, and then my job is to kind of make it not impossible.
And I guess the next thing is someone that was leaving school right now, how they get into your job, and what's your advice for them?
I think I'd go back to the passion thing. If you really want to do something, don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't. Because, you know, I always sort of thought, this is what I want to do, but and I always thought, oh, you know, it's hard working in the music industry or in events. But I guess my attitude always was, well, someone's got to do it, so why shouldn't it be me? You know?
Exactly.
And I think I'd go back to the work experience thing. You know, don't think it's beneath you to make the tea, get the lunch, do the laminating, whatever it is, you know. And I think the thing is if you're pleasant and polite and enthusiastic.
Finally, I think my last one was, like, what's your biggest fears you've had from working your job?
I guess personally, your biggest fear, everyone, I don't know, but personally, I guess my biggest fear is failure, as in not actually stepping up to the role that I have, because I have a lot of responsibility, and you know, I think with all of those challenges and all of those things that we've achieved, you know, you always have a possibility that things can go wrong.
Yeah.
And that's obviously my biggest fear, is that something could go wrong. But
I mean, with a show like that, there's just so many different parts to it.
Yeah, but I guess something that Bertie, one of my bosses, has always said is that we do dangerous things, but we do them safely.
Yeah.
And you know, we have really rigorous safety checks. But yeah, it is always a fear, but we mitigate that as best that we can. And you know, I think most of your fears can be allayed by having an amazing team that you work with, that you rely on and trust each other, and you really do become a family. And every gig, someone will have a little mini meltdown or a bit of a cry, or someone will be tired, or you know, whatever. But if you've got those people around you who become your second family, then you catch each other. So those fears, quite often, they're allayed because you have the most amazing people that you could ever imagine working with, and they will always support you no matter what.
Amazing. Alright, thank you so much for your teaser.
Pleasure.
That's a pleasure, thank you.
No worries at all.
Cheers.
Thank you.